I'm Kat Miller, and this is Dice TV. What do you think of when you think of human resources? They're those killjoys that come around and tell you you need to wear long sleeves because your tattoos are showing, and they make you attend the sexual harassment seminar. They're just doing their job and making sure that all employees are in accordance with company policy, but unfortunately, that doesn't help to endear them to everyone. Another area where they get the fuzzy end of the lollipop is with their staffing responsibilities. Tell me if this story sounds familiar. You read a job posting that seems like it was written with you in mind. You submit a keyword-rich resume, an eloquently phrased cover letter, and then you keep checking your email and your messages, and then your email again and again. Cut to weeks later, and you're furious with that accursed HR rep who probably didn't even spare your resume a glance before you just chucked it in the rubbish bin. Sound familiar? Now, let's look at that story from the other perspective. Sally, QIT manager, has an opening in her department and puts in a staffing request to HR. She lists the certifications, special skills, years of necessary experience, along with any specific necessities like traveling, and includes a starting salary and benefits. The HR rep then posts an ad for the job opening on their own website, or perhaps on an easy-to-use, highly trafficked, and internationally recognized job board. Within minutes, his inbox is full of resumes that match the job description, and that's only those people that were online when it happened to be posted. Over the next hours, days, and weeks, the HR rep is going to be drowning in resumes that are all apropos for this opening and fielding constant calls and emails from Sally, QIT manager, about when she's going to get her staff member. So, now, their job is to narrow down this seemingly endless and ever-burgeoning stack of resumes. Now, I know what you're going to say. They're not tech professionals, and they don't even know what they're looking for. And you're right, to a certain extent, they're not tech professionals, but that doesn't mean they don't know what they're looking for. Determining which candidate among many would be a good fit for their company is what they do. Are there unexplainable gaps in the person's work history? Do they consistently misspell things on their resumes? Do they have a less than stellar online reputation? Once they've weeded those people out, they factor in the specific job requirements and narrow it down again. Then they make contact with the candidates and arrange initial screenings and then narrow it down again. Only then can they pass on candidates for face-to-face interviews. They're dealing with an insane influx of resumes. They're trying to meet the HM's staffing needs in as timely a manner as possible, and they're trying to find the right overall candidate for their company. It's like looking for a needle in a pile of needles. This whole process takes time, so being aware of that, and more importantly, understanding of it, can be helpful to you in your dealings with HR. Another point worth mentioning is that an HR rep is an invaluable and often untapped resource in your network. Even if you're not the right fit for the position that's currently available, do your best to be a pleasant experience for them, and they'll remember you for future openings, and they may even pass you on to other managers that are hiring. Think of the HR rep as a relationship that takes a very small amount of effort to cultivate, but that could pay off in enormous dividends. HR reps do their best to fill the HM staffing need and do it with the right candidate. So they have to be creative, concerned members of the team who think ahead and do what they think is best for the company. So their decisions are closely scrutinized, and they are ultimately the ones that are held accountable for hiring choices. Their job is difficult and often thankless. Remember that when you haven't heard back from your submission and you're getting frustrated. And keep in mind, even if you're not chosen for the current opening, it's worth putting effort into making this person a contact in your network because they often turn out to be one of the most valuable ones you can have. I'm Kat Miller, and this is Dice TV.